G Show Land, and welcome to another episode of the G Show Podcast. I am G1, and this is the Godzilla Block Party. And oh boy, because we are in May. It is only a matter of weeks, nay, days, until Godzilla King of the Monsters hits us in the face in all its glory, and I cannot wait. And neither can my brother in arms when it comes to Godzilla. That's right, I'm talking about G73, Mexi himself, Chase. What's up, brother?
Oh my lord, it is finally May, and it feels like it's taking forever for it to end.
This is it, the longest month of the year.
Absolutely, and just for a moment, if you can just imagine, just picture as I speak, Nessun Dorma is playing in our heads. If those of you that don't know what that song is, it's kind of the opera song in the trailers that came out. And I find it very beautiful, and I've been listening to it nonstop. But anyways, that was off topic, but I'm glad to be here. It's been a while.
It's been a while. It's been a long while. I tell you, man. Sometimes you don't know how much work, gets in the way of things.
I blame on Endgame.
And Endgame, yes, and a lot of Endgame. A lot of Endgame. Which, okay, I'm gonna just start this off by saying this. Y'all all know I have made no secrets about it. I am not watching no Godzilla trailers after that second most fantastic trailer that dropped. The second trailer was it. That is one of the greatest trailers ever put together. And it just so happened to be a Godzilla trailer. And so I was very adamant about it. I'd seen clips and pieces of things here and there. I did watch a little bit of other TV spots. But when they were like, final trailer, I was like, hell no, final nothing. I ain't watching it. Even before that, when they were like, we're going to give you 5 minutes in IMAX when you go see Shazam. And I went to go see Shazam in IMAX. And I was like, damn, they got me. And I didn't see it because they didn't show it. And I was like, haha, I won. And then the first night of Avengers, right, I go and I'm like, fuck, it's inevitable. Because the final trailer had just came out. I was like, it's inevitable. I'm going to have to watch this damn trailer. I don't want to watch it. I can close my eyes. But I know for a fact that I'm going to peek. Trailer start.
But you didn't just peek, you stared.
That's right. Trailer start, and guess what? No Godzilla trailer. My brother looks at me. I look at him with the biggest grin. I was like, ha ha ha. Fate is on my side, young man. So I was so psyched. I was like, I'm never going to see this trailer until I see the movie. And then I seen Avengers for the second time. And lo and behold, there was the trailer. And damn it, man. I watched it, but I will say this. I've pretty much took a lot of that trailer and threw it out. Like, I've completely kind of brainwashed myself. Certain things stuck with me because I really did not like certain things. For instance, my man going, oh my God, Zilla, shut up. I'm sorry, I hate that. I absolutely hate that character, and I love the actor. I love Victor Garber, but that pisses me off. And another thing that stuck with me, and this is the sad part, and this is gonna be a reoccurring theme in this particular podcast, because I'm telling y'all people, brace yourselves. As Godzilla fans, we are the minorities here, okay? In this summer blockbuster season, we're in deep shit. Point blank. Because when that trailer ended, and I'm talking about an Avengers Full House, okay? Full House. It was a Saturday afternoon viewing. Full House. People were laughing. There's no laughing matter for this trailer. There's no reason to be laughing at this trailer. What the hell was so funny about this trailer? I don't know. But people were laughing, and I was like, oh my God, Zilla. No, I didn't say that. But I was like, oh man, this is not good. It wasn't a good sign. And I'm going to tell you something. Because 2 trailers after the Godzilla trailer, they showed the Aladdin trailer. And yes, this sounds like me, beating a dead horse. But people cheered. And I was like, see? This is what I'm talking about. We, as Godzilla fans, want Godzilla to be the be-all, end-all. I get that. But reality is reality. And we do not have uh, the power. I'll be honest with you. We don't have the power to change the minds of the general public, of the people who laugh at Godzilla yet cheer on Aladdin. And this was one of my fears since I found out when Aladdin was coming out. This isn't a bad spot. Godzilla is in a piss poor spot, a release date. They should not come out that day. It should not come out that month. Not to mention there's 2 other movies coming out alongside of Godzilla that has the potential to chop into its box office. So it's just, oh man. So I was disappointed. I can't even lie. But I understood also that as a Godzilla fan, we are in a very small minority. Very small. I couldn't believe nothing was funny about that trailer except for Victor Garber, but that happens in the first 5 seconds of the trailer. That trailer was like 2 minutes, 30 seconds. You know? So, man, I just want to say, G fans, we got to rally the troops. We got to rally the troops. We got to see this movie. We got to prove these people wrong, man.
And then, see, it's funny that you say that because for my viewing of Endgame, it was completely different.
Really?
Yeah, see, and the thing is, like, when Aladdin came on in my theater, nobody said anything. But when Godzilla came on in my theater, people were like, "Oh, looks cool." You know, there was more word of the mouth going on around it than there was no laughing at all for mine. You know, but there wasn't like cheering, clapping. You know, but the thing is, people were talking about Godzilla.
There was acknowledgement.
What?
There was like an acknowledgement.
Yeah, there was noise after it, you know. But Aladdin was like nobody said anything.
See, and that's what kills me because when I saw Alita Battle Angel and they showed the second trailer, my favorite trailer, I'm telling you, man, the girl next to me got on her cell phone. I'm like, yo, are you kidding? Watch the fucking trailer, you stupid. Pay attention. And that's what's and that's again. Those are things that scare me, man. I was like,
yeah, it's just a cultural divide, you know. I think it's just one of those things, you know. We live in a society that if you give them something that requires a little bit more thought and effort, they just can't comprehend it. Honestly,
I don't think Godzilla requires that, though.
Oh, I do. I absolutely do. When you give us a movie of that type of stature that takes a mature audience, I mean, we don't live in a mature society. And honestly, that's how I feel. And so when people act that way, it's just ignorance, you know? Nothing to it.
Oh, man. See, I'm going to disagree with you a bit there because I don't believe Godzilla is that type of movie. It's Godzilla at the end of the day. I mean, granted, there's certain themes.
But the theme of Godzilla has always been a mature theme.
Right, but then don't forget there's also been super campy Godzilla. Numerous times.
But that's not what we're getting in this movie. That's not what this movie's about.
But the general audience doesn't get that. And then when you have people or scenes like Victor Garber making zingers, throwing zingers out there, you know, oh my, and Zilla, and why don't we buy him a beer? It comes across laughable.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to lie. The dialogue for that trailer was one of the things that I thought was poor, too. But the thing is if you're a person that understands the type, if you're on the maturity level of understanding the type of film it's trying to be, you're not going to laugh at it. And the thing is, when we don't live in a society in a society that does that anymore. If people want simple things.
I don't know about that, bro, because if you look at Avengers Endgame, that's not a simple movie.
Yeah, but you got to understand too. A lot of Endgame people are, you know, they're not bratty little snot-nosed kids.
Okay, I'll give you a better example. Bohemian Rhapsody made about $700 to almost $900 million in the box office. That's a very mature film. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's that year. Yeah.
So I mean, like, I don't think it's.
But yet
ignorance.
again, do you think a little snot-nosed kid went to go see it?
I know for a fact little snot-nosed kids went to see it because when I went to see it, there were little snot-nosed kids in the theater.
Well, they shouldn't have been there.
I know. I trust me. I know that.
They
But
have no business being in there seeing a movie about Queen.
but it's a different thing because maybe they go because they know Queen from the radio. The same thing with Rocket Man coming up. That movie's going to be rated R for language, drug use, more than likely sexual situations. That right there is what Godzilla can benefit from, because that right there, you're not going to bring your kids to see that. You're going to bring your kids to see Godzilla. You know what I mean? Or you're going to take your kids to see Aladdin again, which is only going to be a week old. And that's, again, you know how I feel about that. I don't think Aladdin is going to lose its second weekend. It might, only because you have 3 movies coming out. The other movie is Ma. I think it's called Ma, with Octavia Spencer. And that has a certain, that will pull in a certain demographic. That will pull in,
be more for the horror fans.
Right, and the people who really don't care about Godzilla and is not going to go see Rocket Man. And probably is like...
And Brightburn.
But Brightburn is out early. Like, Brightburn comes out when? In
the 24th.
Okay, with Aladdin. So it's got to deal with Aladdin. Yeah, but Brightburn, I'm telling you right now, Brightburn...
Brightburn's a horror too, so...
Yeah, but that movie is going to be 5th place, if anything. Between that and Ma, that's going to go, 5th or 6th. Or, or 4th or 5th, whatever the case may be. But...
I'm going to tell you, the hype around Aladdin right now is very minimal. There's a lot of, John Campea was talking about it, that Aladdin's, not being talked about at all. And he says I'm not going to quote what he said, but he made it seem like it's very strange, but the thing is, because of Mary Poppins and Dumbo flopping, he said it's possible that Aladdin may too, but he said the difference is because Aladdin has been more of a staple, has been around with people for a lot longer, it could be different. But he said, he made the point that, there's barely any marketing going on for Aladdin right now.
Oh, I don't know about that. I see commercials for Aladdin every time I put my computer on. When I go on YouTube, Aladdin pops up. I ain't gonna lie.
That's because you click on Aladdin stuff.
No.
Yes, it's algorithms.
No, that's not true at all. And not for nothing, I won't even lie, because I also got a Godzilla King of the Monsters TV spot that I muted and looked away. I was like, no, suckers, nice try, though. Nice try. You ain't catching me.
I get nothing for Aladdin. I get only Godzilla stuff.
Well, because that's what you do. You know what I mean?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. You click on Aladdin, you trotter, and you're getting Aladdin stuff.
Nah, brother, because I watched the Aladdin trailer on my phone, which is not linked to my account. So that's what I'm saying. When I'm home and I see these things...
You do realize that they tap into your phones, right?
That's fine, but it's still not linked to my account. That's all I'm saying.
They know what ads to send you.
That's all I'm saying. It's not linked to my... All I'm saying is there is marketing for Aladdin. I don't know where Campy is coming from. I don't know what he's talking about. Let me tell you something.
There's definitely marketing for Aladdin,
Disney.
But there's not a rave of marketing.
They don't need it, though. The title sells itself.
Think they would with their past few movies being tankers.
Okay, but again, you're talking about Mary Poppins, a sequel to a movie that came out 60 years ago, and Dumbo, a live action movie to a live action version of a movie that came out in the 40s. Nobody cares about that shit. Nobody. But Aladdin, again, like Godzilla for us, but Aladdin came out in the 90s. So you got kids you got people that are 20-something years old, pushing 30, or me and my wife, mid-30s to late 30s, who've seen this movie in the theater, grew up watching this movie either in school or own at home and watch it constantly, who know the movie inside and out. We're not the only ones. There's a bajillion people like that. You know what I'm saying? And they are good.
I do, but I'm just going to say I'm not going to be surprised with Aladdin's unforeseen events,
Well, I'm going to tell you something. My fingers are crossed that it does tank, and does bomb, honestly. Because if I'm going by any source, right? Like I said, in the theater, when I saw Avengers the second time, people laughed at Godzilla, cheered for Aladdin. I was like, God damn. But I'm gonna go, to my source, my wife. My wife is like, oh, Aladdin looks horrible. And then like you got a funny sounding Jafar, right? And I don't know if I'm too sold on Will Smith as Genie. But again, it's like Robin Williams made that role iconic. But I like what Will Smith is doing, bringing his own spin to it. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna go see this movie because I'm a Will Smith fan. Because I like Will Smith. Don't get me wrong, but he's not my draw. He's not the box office draw for me.
Bad Boys 3.
Even if I even go see that, because I never seen Bad Boys 1 or 2 in the theater, so there ain't no reason to start now. You know what I mean?
I got you.
But that's the movie. The title itself sells itself. The title itself sells itself, and that's what, dude. I'm telling you, that's what Disney. They know that. They're not stupid. They're not stupid. Do you think Dumbo or Mary Poppins hurt them? No, because Avengers is making $2 billion.
Disney has become basically the empire, of movies.
But I will,
especially now since they pretty much own every movie franchise.
But I will say, look, I am rooting against Aladdin. I'm not lying. I am rooting against it because The King of the Monsters come out the next week. And yes, I want that movie to dominate. I do. But that brings us into our next topic. And this is a very important one. Ticket sales. Ticket sales. Now, those tickets went on sale last Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. I woke up Saturday morning. Yeah, it was. It was Saturday. I woke up Saturday morning, and at 6:02 a.m. in the morning, I got a Fandango alert. Godzilla King of the Monster tickets on sale. Oh, shit. Oh, here we go. And I go on, right? I click the freaking link they sent me, and it opens up, and I'm like, here we go. And only one theater showed up. And granted, it's possibly my favorite theater to go to, right? But it wasn't playing on the best screen. They did not have any showings for the best screen, the reason why I go to that movie theater. And I'm sitting there like, wait, what? What is this? And it was, I think, 3 shows from like 7 to 11, I think. Or in between 7 or 5 to 11, if I'm not mistaken, on the regular screen. And I'm like, no, I'm not buying tickets. And that's weird because I want to see this movie on the biggest screen with the best sound, with the best, picture quality as possible. I'm not going to a regular screen to watch this. If I do that, I've already seen the movie maybe 20 times. I'm like, I'm just going to go see Godzilla real quick before it's out of the theater. You know what I mean? Pay $5, watch the movie. But not opening night. So I was disappointed. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it was the only theater. It was the only one. I'm going to the AMC theater, checking it. Nothing's popping up. I go to the May 30th, Rocket Man. Are you kidding me? I'm like, what's going on? I put out some posts on certain groups. People are like, yeah, we called certain theaters, and they're saying, well, they don't know nothing yet, and they'll get back. They got to wait closer to the showtime. I'm like, are you serious? Then what the hell, Fandango? Why are you giving me this false, hope?
And then, meanwhile, Spider-Man tickets are already on sale.
And then Spider-Man tickets, 2 days later, is like, oh, here, go get Spider-Man tickets. Comes out in July. What? So
Godzilla's being bullied.
But see, and that's the thing that scares me, because then I would say, I think Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. The tickets. Well, let me backtrack. On Monday, the tickets went on sale for the screen that I like, that I love going to in the theater that I like. Right? Boom. So I was like, oh shit. And I go and I check AMC because I do want to see this movie. My plan was to see this either in the Dolby Cinema or IMAX opening night, right? And the screen that I like that's closer to me, it's not that, but it is a dope screen. It's the Cinemark XD. I love that screen. I love it.
And Aladdin's playing it.
Right. And so I'm like, okay, so I was waiting for Dolby or IMAX. But then the XD dropped. And I was like, shit, you know what? I'm buying tickets. And it was like 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. I was like, screw it. I buy 2 tickets for the 4 o'clock show. Call my brother. Dude, it's up on XD. Let's go. He buys 2 tickets for the 7:05 show. We're going back-to-back Thursday night. Same thing. I'm just going to go refill my soda, right? But I was still I'm like, damn, but I really do want to see this shit in IMAX or in this Dolby Cinema, right? I do. Tuesday comes along, and boom. All the theaters pop up now. I'm like, oh, here we go. Here we go. So I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy 2 tickets for Friday and 2 tickets for Saturday at this Dolby Theater. One, me and my daughter go on a daddy-daughter date. Then on Saturday, me and my wife, because my wife couldn't get off on Friday. And at that time, school's over, so I'm finished. My work days are done until, we start school again. So I'm like, bet. I'll do it like that. Friday, me and my kid. Saturday, me and my wife. Lovely. In the Dolby Theater. Dude, I kept getting these 505 messages. You go, you select the number of tickets, you go to reserve your seats, you go to purchase, 505 message, error. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I go to another theater. I say, you know what, let me go check a regular random theater. Boop, start going, goes through. Oh, whoa, go back. I don't want to buy tickets at this, theater. I just wanted to see. So I'm like, damn, what the hell's going on, AMC? And here's the thing, too, that was like, oh, boy. Godzilla was only playing in that Dolby Cinema theater that I want to see it in. One time, 11 o'clock in the morning. Because Rocket Man is going to play for the rest of the day there. Now, the trade-off to that, though, is Godzilla will be playing in IMAX throughout the day. So I'm like, okay, that to me, that's a fair trade. I could dig that. But it wasn't until this morning, brother, when you text me this morning and you text me that dope, awesome poster, and I was like, wait a minute, this is the poster that's saying see it in real 3D. If this just dropped, let me check my app. And sure as shit, I was able to buy tickets this morning. So a lot of stress was relieved after that. After that, I'm going to see Godzilla twice on Thursday, Friday morning, Saturday morning, and possibly Sunday, just because. But I've been going through the app as of late throughout the day, and the tickets aren't really selling the way I thought they would be. And I'm pretty sure at this time, people here in my neighborhood or in my city here, Vegas, in the city of Vegas, the Godzilla fans know it's out. I'm telling you, man, Shin Godzilla was a packed house when we went to see it. Twice. So I'm like, all right, dudes, unless they're just going to like the regular run-of-the-mill theater, I don't know why you would not want to see this movie on the biggest screen with the best sound, with the best quality possible. But hey, I guess it is what it is. But I've been looking, and the theaters aren't selling out. They're not selling out at all, and it's not even near half capacity. And I'm like, damn. Damn, that sucks. But what about you? Did you score tickets? I'm sorry for that rant. I haven't
got my tickets yet because I'm still waiting. For one, I need to get paid, and also I'm still waiting for the show I want to see. I'm irritated too because the guy at Cinemark lied to me, told me Godzilla was going to be in XD, and then I called today and they said actually Aladdin is. So I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You're putting a non-action movie in an XD theater? Like, bullshit.
You can't say that. You can't. Aladdin has a lot of action. People don't understand that. That's why Aladdin's so good.
I think Aladdin is not an action movie. That movie is not anything XD worthy. I think it looks like garbage. I think there's nothing good quality about it that deserves XD. Going up against a movie like Godzilla, no. Godzilla deserves the XD spot. That is a movie that has a vibrant CGI scale, has multiple things to look at. It deserves an XD theater. Aladdin is not worthy of that. It looks like a B-rated little Disney movie, and it does not need an XD viewing.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The Godzilla fan.
No, I think it's I don't know why it's going on like this, but for unseen events it is.
Because they know Aladdin will make them more money in the theater than Godzilla will. And I mean, and that's just a sad fact. That's why I'm like, people brace yourselves. Because it's not going to be pretty at the end. You know, it's not. And that's what worries me, man. That's what I'm like, damn, dudes, come on.
Well, for one, I mean, not everywhere is selling tickets yet.
That's true, though. You're absolutely right.
And you got to take into account that not a lot of there are people that don't pre-order their tickets. There's probably a lot of people thinking like, Godzilla's maybe not a movie I need to pre-order my tickets with.
But if you're a Godzilla fan, you're jumping all over this.
Okay, but if you're a general audience, you got to keep that into account. Of course, the Godzilla fans are going to pre-order their tickets. But if you're just a casual viewer that just wants to see it, you're not going to worry about pre-ordering your tickets. You also got to keep in account, too, maybe there's people that haven't got paid yet, like me. I don't have money to buy tickets. You know, there's a lot of factors going on about it. I feel like a part of what has been said about its box office projection, with it being 50 million, is really strange.
Was it 50? I thought I saw 55, but either way.
It's 55. But I saw an article today that was basically came off as a hoax. And I don't know, man. It's going to sound weird to say, but I think it's very possible that this 55 million article announcement could be a publicity stunt.
Wait, what? Why would you say that? Because if that's the case, they wouldn't even mention the other movies.
Because since the box office has been announced, I've seen almost every major movie news source talk about it. And I've noticed a lot of people talking about, like, how, no, Godzilla's not going to do that. And people are like, no, we're going to go see it. I've seen a lot of news sources report on it. And I mean, like, it's very weird saying it, but I say that too because I also saw an article that was basically just making fun of movies, and Godzilla was on there, and I don't know, man. I mean, it just seems like take that all aside. Today is the world premiere of Godzilla in LA, but the movie doesn't come out till May, like the end of May. What's going on? That's what I'm confused about. Is today there's a viewing, and it's free, mind you. It is a free viewing. You have to reserve your tickets. You don't buy them to go to this thing. But if you're in LA and you get the chance, you can reserve your tickets. If you get selected if you get authorized, you don't have to be like a fancy reporter or anything. But it is a free thing. You get to reserve your tickets, and you can watch King of the Monsters free for the world premiere. And I don't understand that. I don't get that at all. And I noticed today that with this being announced, a lot more tickets have been on sale. Godzilla actually made the announcement tickets are on sale, but there's only like two or three theaters in my area that have it listed. And I called a theater, and they said that we won't have really an update on Godzilla until probably 2 weeks before. They said check next Tuesday. And it's weird because it's a major chain theater, but yet they don't have Godzilla listed at all. So I don't know what's really going on. It's kind of awkward with what's going on with Godzilla. It's not having all its tickets sold yet. It's literally being bullied, in my opinion. I feel like something somewhere dropped the ball. I know China is gearing up for a huge premiere for it. They're building several 8-meter tall monsters. I don't know if you heard about that.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, China's building 8-meter tall statues of Godzilla and King Ghidorah around their theater for it. China's all excited for Godzilla, which makes sense because, with Wanda Corp and Legendary having a partnership now with Toho, this or that, it makes sense that China has a hand in it. Japan is also gearing for it. The UK is gearing for Godzilla as well. But it seems like the United States is getting kind of the gum on the shoe. And even Mexico is doing a big Godzilla thing. And it's just so strange that the United States is isolating itself from it when it was labeled as one of the most anticipated films of the summer, but it's slated for a 50 million box office. Listen, I don't believe that's going to be the final box office. For the opening weekend, only 50 million when they're just estimates? No, especially when tickets are not on sale yet. I don't think that's going to be the final thing. But it's just strange, It's very, very strange. Now I remember when what movie I saw recently? I saw Hellboy. That movie was, you don't need to talk about that because that movie died.
I still didn't see it either.
John Wick. So there's a good reasoning. John Wick 3. Last week, I went and checked its tickets and showtimes. Nobody bought tickets. I checked yesterday. Every theater in my area has their John Wick shows almost sold out. So, with me, anything's possible at this point. That's the thing, and that's one of the things why I'm a little bit irritated with Forbes and Variety and the Hollywood Reporter making these articles right now, because they're not complete estimates of a box office.
No, they're tracking the numbers of pre-sale tickets, and I get that.
But how do they do that when tickets aren't being sold everywhere yet?
But that's not true, because I had bought tickets on Monday.
But you did too. But they're not. You bought your tickets, but they're not being sold everywhere yet.
Right. So, and I get that, but what I'm saying is tickets are being sold, and people are buying them.
Okay,
$50 million worth of them.
But let's say when this theater opens up selling tickets, doesn't mean, you think people aren't going to buy tickets to that theater?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I agree 100% that I believe the numbers are going to raise. In the article, it even says that. It even says it.
And I like that they said that. I like that they acknowledge, hey, it's just an estimate. But that's what I'm trying to say, though, is I still don't see how you can do that when certain theaters, there's 6 theaters in my area that are major theaters, and they do not have Godzilla listed yet. So that's what I'm trying to say, is that you can't estimate that yet when tickets aren't being sold at those theaters yet. And from what I'm gathering on all the pages I run and on Twitter, a lot of people still can't get their Godzilla tickets yet.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Yeah, so but don't you? It's just strange. It is so strange because on my Godzilla countdown, we have exactly 20 days.
Oh, it's 20 days.
20 days, 0 hours, 18 minutes, and 12 seconds, it says.
Yeah, that's overkill. I'm just going by days.
Yeah, 20 days. So you got 20 days away, and yeah, so I don't know. It's strange. It is very strange. I don't think it's going to be a 50 million opening. That would mean nobody wants to go see Godzilla, and all the hype for it was nothing.
Or everybody's going to see Aladdin.
Or they're going to see Brightburn.
Or Brightburn, or Mao, or Rocket Man.
Or Pikachu.
Nah, Pikachu's going to be gone after next weekend. Gone.
Yeah,
once John Wick comes out, we coming out in force. John Wick's making money. John Wick is
definitely making money, and I'm so surprised by it, though, but I'm happy for it.
I am too. But look, and like I said, I get what you said. And again, I'm rooting against Aladdin. I am rooting against Rocket Man, which I do want to see, actually. I'm rooting against Ma. I'm not even rooting against Ma. I'm going to tell you why. Because Ma's not that movie. They didn't make that movie to be like, we're going to win the box office that weekend. They made that movie for $5 million, and they're going to probably make $25 million opening weekend, and they're like, yo, we just made $20 million, bro. Hey, everybody drink. And that's a success story. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they do.
Well, did you see I don't mean to cut you off, but did you see the estimates for Rocket Man?
As far as what it costs the
box office?
It comes in under Godzilla.
Yeah, it's like 20 million or something like that.
And again, this is where I'm like, this is what pissed me off when I was looking at the tickets. Like, why is Rocket Man playing and not Godzilla? Because you would want to see. But I'm gonna say this: when I saw the last trailer for Rocket Man, and I forgot what movie I saw. It was before Avengers, probably Captain Marvel, or Shazam. It was Shazam. It was a good trailer, and I'm telling you, what makes it different from like Bohemian Rhapsody, because we're gonna compare it to that, because they're the only two movies you could like musical biopics. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This movie was different. It was like trippy. It made you feel like you were a part of it. It worked on so many levels. And again, Bohemian Rhapsody was a hit. It hit. So now that generates this buzz. It generates a buzz for these types of movies. And again, you talk about algorithms before. That's all this is. Except this is a live one. This is a biological algorithm. This is the freaking people. And it's like, well, this is hot right now. Let's ride that wave. And they will come. And that's why when I was looking for Godzilla tickets in the AMC theater, it was Rocket Man and not Godzilla. And I'm like, what's going on here?
Here's something interesting that someone was talking about. And I mean, obviously it's not true, but they were talking about like, I don't know exactly what they said, but they said something about Godzilla's release date. And you know what? Scrap that. I'm not going to talk about it because it's stupid even talking about it because it's not true. But anyways, he was talking about the date possibly having to change because they're having a lot of technical issues with getting the spots in their theaters. And they're talking about changing the date, but the thing is, they already announced in their Godzilla trailer today, not the trailer, but their tickets trailer, that it comes out the 31st. Dude, so that's not going to happen.
Once pre-sale tickets went on and people bought their tickets, they're not changing that date. That date is solidified.
Yeah, they can't do that. They'll lose too much money.
Yeah, that's and nobody. But again, that's what I was talking about, though. It's like, forget pre-sales or whatever. They just have it in the wrong spot. I'm telling you, Godzilla would be best suited in November. I'm not lying. You want to make some money off of this shit? You put the Monsterverse in November, and I guarantee that you can make more movies than just Godzilla vs. Kong. Because mark my words and make no mistake about this. And I can't wait to eat this crow. Because I want to eat this crow. I want to. This is the crow I want to eat. But I'm a realist. Godzilla vs. Kong is the end of the line. It's the end of the line for our Monsterverse of Legendary. And that means Toho picks up the reins and Toho goes crazy again. And I love that. But I make no mistake about it. The release dates sync this movie. Now, Godzilla vs. Kong comes out, what, in March next year?
Yeah, March 13th.
That might fare a lot better. I'm going to tell you, that movie might make a lot of money. Because it's King Kong versus Godzilla. Who don't want to see that? Probably the people that's going to laugh at the trailer. You know what I'm saying? But at this point in time, there's no like major Marvel movie that we need to worry about. Unless for whatever reason they say, hey, Black Panther's coming out at that time. That's not going to happen though.
Yeah, well, see, Marvel just released their list of movies coming out for the next couple of years, and nothing's coming out in March.
Right, March is a freebie, bro. March is a freebie, and I think that's a good idea. It's a great idea. But as of right now, the competition is stacked against Godzilla. I don't care how big this Godzilla is. It's not bigger than the competition that it has to go up against, which is Aladdin coming a week before, Rocket Man opening up with it, and then the next week, Dark Phoenix. I'm telling you right now. And I hate to be this Debbie Downer, especially on a Godzilla block party, because this is where we praise Godzilla. But sometimes we have to look at it realistically. Just like we did when we reviewed Shin Godzilla. Oh, Chase, I did it! I dropped the zinger. But, other than all that, I know you've been staying away. You told me you've been staying away from
Yeah,
spoilers and
because
shit. I'm proud of you,
Instagram's
bro.
starting to post their like concept art of that art book, and I saw like a part of something I didn't want to see, and people were starting to post spoilers on purpose, and I'm just like, you know what, screw you guys, and I got rid of Instagram.
Well, now here's the dangerous situation. Now they're premiering Godzilla tonight, right, dude? It's gonna be real hard for the next 20 days to avoid spoilers because it's gonna be everywhere. Now, if you run a page,
but so here's the thing too, with the Godzilla premiering tonight, that could mean the embargo lifts on the review.
it has to. It has to because
and that could definitely save them. I want to say save. You know, it could definitely help the movie.
I agree because for those who don't know what we're talking about, Godzilla King of the Monsters was actually screened at Toho Cinema in Toho, and like in Japan, for critics, and not everybody went though.
For all the major news critics, like Collider and stuff.
No, I don't. Well, Frosty went. Yeah, I know Frosty went, but I don't think like
Frosty.
Any of the TV personality went. They're probably going tonight. But I haven't watched Collider in a very long time. I've been pretty like I said, man. This has been busy, man. Work has been killing me in the last month and a half. I kid y'all not. But like they showed the movie out there. I absolutely loved it. There was a great interview at Monsterpalooza with Michael Dougherty. I loved it.
You saw that? That was fantastic.
Fantastic. What up? And here we go. Let's bring it back up. Let's get high with Godzilla. Let's fucking rock and roll. Dude, that was such a great interview with him.
Did you didn't watch the Collider one though, right?
No, I stayed away from that one.
Okay, don't, because that one is very spoiler ridden.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I
will admit, like, I watched it, but like, and I'm okay with the spoilers that were revealed because they were already things that I already knew, already basically speculated. But like, I mean, like, I'm not upset about them, but like, I'm just saying for your sake, you're gonna be happy about them when the movie comes. So.
I hear that, brother. I'm staying away from things like that. I'm telling you, man. I think the latest TV spot, something. I think it dropped last week or something. All I know is my brother texted me and was like, "They got me." He was so pissed. Like his text, he was like cursing me. He was. I'm like, "What happened?" He was like, "The TV spot just ruined something big." And I'm like, "See, I tell you, stop watching this shit. Stop." And then the next day I go to work, and my buddy at work, who's a diehard Godzilla fan, we bonded over this. He was like, "Dude, did you see the new TV spot? I can't believe it." I was like, "Shut your mouth right there. Shut up. No, I didn't watch it because I, my friend, have self-control. You don't. Come on." It was so funny.
I you know, and it's hard, man, because I get so bored not being on social media. But I'm going to tell you, being off Facebook, I have been a lot happier. Big time. I'm not stressed like I was. Well, I mean, I'm stressed, but not in that way. Like, Facebook was a big damper on it. I go on Facebook now and I get sick. Literally, I get fatigued. Yeah. And so I stay off it. I look at it and I get grossed out. I'm not kidding you. And one of the big things was spoilers. People, my colleagues, if you will, that are part of Godzilla groups that I do not partake with because they're filled with people I do not care for because they're not necessarily good people. They post spoilers, and I don't want it. I do not want spoilers for this movie because I am 100% excited for this movie. I saw the HBO clip, and I said right there and then, I don't want to see any more.
You were done.
I want to see this movie for the first time, and I want to experience everything for the first time. I don't want to see anything else. And so I got rid of Facebook. Then Instagram started doing stuff where they were posting things. And one of the pages that I followed, or channels that I follow on Instagram, they posted a spoiler without warning. And I saw a glimpse of it and deleted the app before I could see what it was.
Man, I'm so proud of you, bro. I really am. I'm so happy that you've taken this quote-unquote vow of celibacy until the movie comes out. I love it.
I am too. But the thing is like, it's making me just so antsy.
Oh, yeah.
I can't sleep.
Well, you did say you've been...
I can't sleep because I was texting you till 6 a.m. yesterday or today.
Yeah, that's true, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I was up though, but it was like 3:30 in the morning, and I get a message, and that's like I said, that's when it was a beautiful poster for the real 3D. I guess letting everybody know that you can watch Godzilla King of the Monsters in real 3D. A beautiful poster, and I was like, well, if they're showing that, let me check. And like I said, man, I went on and I got my tickets for the theater I wanted. So I was super stoked with that. But then we were conversating throughout the morning until I was like, all right, dude, I got to get up and get ready for work now. It's like, but thanks for the combo.
I was like, wait a minute, we mean work? It's Saturday. But we're gonna be talking about it Saturday.
I tell you, man, but I get it, dude, because I'm the same way. And I'm gonna tell you something. Dude, the hype is real. The hype train is not. I mean, I think last time we did a Godzilla block party, I was like, we're on the hype train, dude. Because we are 20 days away, and 20 days away is still a long fucking time, right? But so you know, I'm still on Facebook, but like I know where to look and where not to look. So I blocked a shit ton of groups. I only have maybe 2 groups open, and then of course the pages. But I don't post no spoilers or nothing like that. But like on Instagram and on Facebook, the Godzilla King of the Monsters page, like the official page, I love these little vignette videos they're doing where it's just like 10 seconds. And it's like, it'll say like, I don't know, like Godzilla King of the Monsters or something about being a god.
Like Rodan cannot be contained. No
yes. And then it just like show a dope-ass clip of Rodan. And it's not a spoilery clip. The Mothra one was what got me. I was looking at it, I'm like, God, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. I love it. I'm so sold on Mothra right now. I love it.
I'm with you. I think Mothra is going to steal the show.
I agree. So like those things, those little snippets, that's got me so hyped up. Like now I'm like, damn. But again, I'm not going to look at anything. I'm not going to spoil myself. Like I said, man, I didn't have an idea when King Kong, when Skull Island came out and they were showing all that stuff. I didn't think that was going to be the movie. I thought there was going to be a lot more to it. And then I watch it and I'm like, damn, there's really not a lot more to this.
And see, what's funny is that on Twitter, I thought Twitter would be the worst place for me to be. And it's actually the safest. And I'm so surprised because there's like nothing on. It's all just stuff that's like, you know, what Godzilla, the actual page, is posting. It's not stuff like, you know, what people find and post, you know. And you can also block that out. You can mute words and stuff.
Right.
So like I have it where you could block the word Trump, and I blocked spoiler. So anything that comes up as spoiler, it doesn't come up on my page. So that's kind of nice.
Oh my god, yeah. I don't have Twitter, so I can't even get down with that. But I mean, seriously, dude, we're here. I hate to use the phrase we're in the end game, but we're close to it. We really are. Yeah,
and the thing is, next week's gonna come, and then it's gonna be hitting us like a ton of bricks.
And then it's gonna be that much more closer. I mean, think about it. For me, it's like, okay, it was Endgame, John Wick, Godzilla, that order. And like in terms of these are for the next month, this is what I base my movie life around. You know what I mean? And Brightburn, I can't lie, man. I do want to see Brightburn. I think that's going to be a great time in the movie, in the theater.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see Brightburn, but I think I can wait for like a $5 Tuesday or something.
I hear that.
But John Wick, with its reviews being really great, I haven't seen any negative reviews about it at all. I'm really excited about it. Frosty on Collider, he's been basically praising the movie. He hasn't stopped talking about it, so I'm excited for that. But
let's hope. I was saying, let's hope after tonight he don't stop talking about Godzilla and how great it was. Because I remember.
I hope that embargo lifts. I know John Campia's show partner
Robert Meyer Burnett.
Yeah, he's going to go see it tonight.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
At that thing, and he's a mega Godzilla fan.
He really is. I love that dude.
Yeah, me too. I like listening to him. I like listening to him talk. So I'm interested in what he says. And the thing is I feel like if fingers crossed, the reviews are good for Godzilla. I think it could turn around. You know, I don't think we're sunk in the water yet. I don't think we've melted down yet. You
Nice.
just got to be optimistic. But anyways, I kind of just want to change a little bit of the subject here, kind of going on to the subject. What's going to be your basic ritual come movie day? You know?
Ooh, that's a great.
For instance, me, if you don't mind me.
No, go ahead, man. That's a great question.
I'm gonna basically be watching Godzilla movies until it's time. On my way to the theater, I'm gonna be playing Serge Tankian's cover of Godzilla that was just released.
Blah.
I absolutely love that song.
Oh, I couldn't stand that. Oof.
Old Rivals. I'm gonna probably be listening to the Godzilla motion picture soundtrack. I hope I can get a hold of it because it comes out the 24th, I think. So I'm gonna have that. I'll be listening to that basically the whole entire time on the way to the theater. And Nessun Dorma, that song that's been playing. I absolutely have fallen in love with that song.
Nice.
That's the one. I don't know if you've seen it or heard it, but it's the opera song that's in that one trailer.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it's Nessun Dorma, and it's just beautiful. Oh, I love it, and I've been listening to it nonstop, and I'm excited for it, man. I think, and I know come that night, I'm getting out all my Godzilla shirts. I'm going to put on my new one that I got that I haven't opened yet for the new movie. And my mom's going to wear a Godzilla shirt, and my two other friends I'm taking to the movie are also going to wear
it. Yeah, I bought a new Godzilla shirt, and oh man, April 15th, I think. I bought a brand new. I haven't worn it yet. This is my God, and it's dope because it's classic Showa Godzilla, but it's like in this crazy psychedelic, like fluorescent purple and green. Like I'm with it. That's the one I'm wearing. I'm going with that shirt. I love it. I haven't worn it yet. That's the one I'm going with. Probably wear it every single day. I don't care. But I think like for me. So here's the deal. I'm gonna play the like not devil's advocate, but I'm gonna play that Debbie Downer here. I'm worried, man. I'm not lying when I say this. I'm worried. I'm hyped. I'm hyped beyond all belief, but I'm afraid. I'm like, I hope this movie is good. I believe it's gonna be fantastic, but I'm like, there's a little nagging part of me that's going, this might not be as good as you think. And I went ahead and I bought...
Like, what if it sucks?
Right, and I'm like, and I went ahead and I just spent a shit...
quote, what if it sucks?
Exactly. I just bought a shit ton of tickets. I'm going to see this movie like 4 times, twice in a row. Like, what if it's bad? What if I'm going to be mad at this thing? Which I doubt that's going to happen. So what I'm going to do to prepare myself, just in case I don't like it, so I'm going to watch Shin Godzilla. So when I go see King of the Monsters, I'm going to love it. That's what I'm going to do. That's how you got to do it. Because I don't like Shin Godzilla, so I'll just watch that like, this movie sucked. And then I'll go see King of the Monsters, and whether it sucks or not, I'm like, yes, thank you, this is awesome. So yeah,
or it's the opposite. You're like, actually, I like Shin Godzilla now.
Oh man, that would
and then
not.
When you see King of the Monsters, you're like, crap.
That would not be a good thing at all. I would be pissed. I'd be really pissed. No, I'm not gonna lie. I am gonna give Shin another viewing. It's about due time. I put it on and just watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it's about time for me too. I feel like I'm neglecting the movie, but it neglected me, so I guess it's even.
Yeah, but, I mean. And it's funny because, like, with Endgame, I was going to watch Infinity War again. I love Infinity War. But I was like, you know what? Nah, I think I could just go into this. I've watched Infinity War enough times. I could go right in, and I did. And I was like, okay. Same with Godzilla. But I think that I probably will watch Godzilla that morning. And by that morning, I mean, like, 3:30 in the morning because it's so freaking dark. So when it's dark outside, I'll be able to watch and enjoy it. And you know, before the sun comes out and ruins everything. So I might do that. But as far as like having a Godzilla-thon or nothing like that, I don't need any of that to get me hyped. I'm hyped. I'm already hyped.
Yeah, and it also can be like a bad thing too, is if you overhype yourself. Because I know that happens to some people. They'll like do too much of something. Like for me, for an instance. With watching 2014 almost every night for the whole year, and then now I'm just completely burned out of it. like that was like try to overhype it, but now it's like I'm trying to wean myself off. And the thing is because you told me to, and so I did it. And you're right. I stopped like watching it every night, and I like it makes me more hyped for the movie because I'm giving myself breathing room.
Right. Right.
And so yeah, I mean, like, and for me, like, I think I plan to see it Thursday, plan to see it Friday, Saturday. I'm gonna try and see it, and Sunday, if I have it in my budget, I'll definitely see it. But yeah, and then after that, it's just gonna be whenever I can, if I have the funds, just because I'm not made of money as a lot of people think.
Who are you kidding? You know you got money. Like, no, I'm just kidding.
I know I robbed so many banks.
Oh my God, dude! And on that note,
Donald Trump, I told him I'll sell him magic markers, and so he can draw his wall, and he bought it.
Let me ask you a question, bro. If you still lived like where you used to live, would you have tried to make that pilgrimage to go see Godzilla tonight?
Well, I still live in Sacramento.
I know, but I mean,
you mean in Bakersfield?
Yeah.
When I lived down there. Oh, totally. If I had the money and I had the way, oh hell yeah, I would have. I'd probably be there by now. I believe they're actually showing it now as we're speaking. It's 6:04. So I believe it actually is being shown right now, or it's starting right now. I'm not too sure, but oh yeah, totally. I totally would have been there.
Okay, so here we go. You ready for this one?
Especially if it's a free event.
You ready for this one? You said it's going to open in China before it opens out here?
I think so. I think so.
I hope not.
I'm not too sure.
I honestly hope not.
I mean, I agree. I don't want it to, because that means China's going to be blowing it all out of the water.
No, that means that they're going to bootleg it, and then we'll be able to watch it before the theater. I'm
that's
just saying.
True.
I'm just saying. I'm not knocking anybody from China, but I'm just saying there was an Avengers Endgame.
Let's just not say. Well, that's not to say there may be bootlegs out already of it.
Well, don't you start, because it's the weekend and I ain't got nothing else to do.
Well, I'm not telling you where to find them.
On the podcast.
Yeah, you'll look up on Google and end up getting like porn viruses or something.
Oh, it would be terrible.
Click it on some type of torrent site.
It would be terrible. Like, you just see a picture of Megalon's face and his horn is like no, we're getting too graphic for the children. Too graphic for the children. Listen, brother, you know what, man? Let's end this right here, because honestly, I think we need to do this every week until Godzilla comes out. Just a countdown, because it's here. It's here. So, let's cut our losses here. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry that the first half of this podcast was a downer, if you will. But I mean, we have to talk about the bad sometimes, and what the potentials.
It's kind of like a stress reliever, a venting.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, thank you, sir. It's venting. We got to vent. And if you're here, thanks for hanging with us. But hey, brother, man, thank you for joining, man. I appreciate you.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And I want to thank you guys out there in G-Show Land for listening in. This is the Godzilla Block Party. We in the countdown to Godzilla King of the Monsters, people. We almost here. We are almost here. And with that being said, we out of here. Peace.